Some things caught on camera are too strange to ignore. Shadows that move on their own, faces that appear where they shouldn't, and moments so unsettling, they leave more questions than answers. These aren't just internet myths or urban legends. These are real videos, and what they captured might just haunt you. From unexplained figures to bone-chilling encounters, here are 13 of the creepiest videos ever caught on camera. Watch closely, because the scariest part is what you don't see at first. A child was woken up late at night and does something that has left its parents completely disturbed. This footage was taken in the middle of the night when all of a sudden, this happens. Somehow, the child maintains perfect balance as it reached out towards something. Viewers believe that it's reaching out to a paranormal entity inside the room. Whether it's malicious or not is unknown, but given the situation the child is in, some believe that a sinister presence was responsible for the child's behavior. Although we don't know for sure if it's something paranormal, the piercing scream of the child is without a doubt pretty chilling. Not much else is known about the video, but the footage itself is enough to know that what happened that night is beyond strange. It's nighttime in Argentina, and a family has gathered together to share a quiet dinner. As the meal winds down and conversation fills the room, one relative begins casually filming. But as the camera pans around the table, it captures something unexpected. Just beyond the window, near the poolside, a figure can be seen standing motionless, silently watching the family from a distance. While it's possible they were simply another hotel guest enjoying the evening air, something about their presence feels off. When the camera zooms in, the figure appears completely still, except for one unsettling detail. Their mouth is moving. The pale complexion and unnatural stillness were enough to rattle the person filming, who immediately stopped recording. To this day, the relative has no explanation for who or what was standing outside that hotel room. In the next video, a nurse working at a hospital decides to enter a room that many doctors and staff have long avoided. The room is located on a floor rumored to be haunted, though no one could ever confirm if those stories were true. That is, until now. On March 9th, 2021, a nurse named Sinead Richardson paid a late-night visit to this infamous floor. Hidden away in a restricted section was a room mysteriously blocked off from regular access. Curious and undeterred, Sinead convinced a custodian to unlock the door for her, but what she captured inside would suggest that was a serious mistake. This is her footage.
Everybody wants to see what's behind the door, so I'm back and I'm going to show you what's finally behind this door, okay? Alright, so one more time, this is everything that's wrote on the door behind this door in this hospital, and it's been unlocked, so I'm going to go inside. Feels scared.
It happens quickly, but in case you missed it, Here it is again. It quickly becomes clear why Sinead instinctively shut the door. As she backed away, she spotted what appeared to be a face, staring directly at her from the shadows. A disembodied head, eerily still, or so it seemed. Some viewers claim that if you watch closely, the head actually shifts slightly, just for a moment. Sinead wasn't sure what she saw in that instant, only that something told her to get out, fast. It wasn't until she reviewed the footage that the chilling details became clear. To this day, not much more is known about what she encountered, and until there's an update, this haunting moment remains an unsolved mystery. This next clip comes from a mother named Stephanie Johnson, who was casually live streaming with one of her children when something occurred that made her abruptly end the feed. The incident caught Stephanie completely off guard, but it was her daughter who seemed the most shaken by what happened. They were home alone at the time, just the two of them, when Stephanie let viewers know they'd be stepping away for a quick 5-minute break. But during that moment, the camera captured something they never expected.
5 minutes! 5 minutes! We're gonna be back in 5 minutes!
I'm not scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared.
Alright, before you go, say, Happy New Year!
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared.
Of what?
I'm scared.
I'm scared too. Of my own life.
My ghost.
There's not a ghost, you psycho. Did you hear that? She said she's afraid of the ghost. Where's the ghost?
Ghost.
Where is it? Where's the ghost? Show mommy. Point to it. You're fine. Where is it? Point. Is it over there? Is it over there? Is it over there? Where is it?
Ghost.
Where's the ghost?
Ghost.
Where? Is it Grandpa?
Yeah.
It's not? What's the matter? Okay, come here. Do you see what I deal with? What happened?
Stephanie ended the live stream immediately, rushing to comfort her daughter. Something had clearly terrified her. When young Charlie said a ghost was there, Stephanie, trying to ease the tension, assumed it might be the spirit of her late grandfather. But Charlie quickly and firmly said no, then broke down in a sudden outburst. If it wasn't her grandfather's spirit, then what or who had she seen? Some viewers believe something truly was present that night, while others think the moment simply scared Charlie more than she expected. Still, her raw reaction suggests something deeply unsettling. Neither Stephanie nor any family members who've watched the clip have been able to explain what frightened Charlie so much. But what do you think? What really spooked her that night? On July 1st of 2024, an ambulance driver stands far away from his vehicle while sounding immensely terrified. According to the driver, he had to pull over immediately, as it was just then that something baffling had occurred. In his own words, he was driving back to base when suddenly he saw something in the back of the ambulance. Upon realizing what it was, he stops the vehicle and jumps out in a panicked state. Now, due to a lack of parking, he parks the ambulance inside an alleyway. But even from a distance, he can't seem to look away from the truck. Clearly, something has left him deeply unsettled. The following is his footage. Take a look.
All right, so I'm not sure how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like,
send somebody as soon as you can.
I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah, as soon as possible. Thank you.
I'm not trying to go back in this truck. I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like it just, like it just flew open. Like, can y'all? Oh. Nah, what the? What was that? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no. Heck, nah.
It's no surprise the EMT was terrified to return to the ambulance. Something was clearly inside. While the face he claimed to see earlier doesn't appear on camera, what is visible is far from comforting. A shadowy figure darting back and forth as if trapped within. The EMT believed this presence was responsible for the loud thump he heard, the sound of the cabinet door swinging open on its own. But the mysterious face, that part remains unexplained. Some speculate it could be the lingering spirit of someone who tragically passed away inside the ambulance. Others aren't so sure. Ghost or something else entirely. No one knows for certain. The EMT, just relieved someone else came to retrieve the vehicle, has never forgotten that night. To this day, the question remains, what exactly was inside that ambulance? In the following video, 3 friends are alone at home when one friend decides to call their mom after something creepy had occurred.
Be home in about 10 minutes. I need you to stay calm though, okay?
Okay.
So calm, quiet, keep the door locked. All right, do not go out of the room whatsoever.
All 3 friends are locked up in this room, and for good reason. Earlier, they heard a loud crash from downstairs and other noises emanating from all over the house. They had thought someone had broken in, which is why the police were called.
Glass? Was it metal? What does it sound like?
I thought it was just like a big thud, and then
So you heard glass shatter?
yeah.
Now this is when things started getting strange, because apparently, after searching the whole place, the police found no signs of forced entry or any clues to suggest that someone broke into the house. With no indications of any trespassers, the police leave the property. However, after watching the footage recorded by one of the friends, the teens noticed something very alarming. Before the police arrived, all three friends decided to investigate the noises and presumably take matters into their own hands if needed. But during this time, something happens that prompts the friend who lives in this house to grab his dog and pack his things. They were spooked, to say the least. This is what they caught.
They can have one.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you soon. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Apparently, one of the friends had noticed something moving in the dark. Although we don't see it on camera, something else is seen that none of the friends had noticed until watching this video much later. In case you missed it, this is what was caught. Eerily, something can be seen moving behind the railing. In a swift motion, this mysterious object passes by without making a sound. It almost seems to be floating, given how it seemingly glides. But by far the creepiest thing about this is that a face can be made out. It's hard to see at first, but watching this again, certain features that a face would have can be seen briefly. Its uncanny motion and closeness to the ground have led the group to believe that a ghost was caught on camera. To them, it looks as though a floating head had passed by. If only they had seen this before the police arrived. As they state, who knows what they would have said about this, while the supposed shadowy figure they saw was enough to scare them. This would have definitely scared the living daylights out of them. Up until now, there haven't been any updates, but until then, let me know your thoughts on this one. In this next video, a woman is standing outside her house during a rainstorm when she notices something highly unusual. The woman in this video is known as Amanda, and while standing on her patio, something close by catches her attention. In fact, she was left shaken up after getting a clear view of what she was seeing. Taking a closer look, she sees this.
Tell me y'all see this. Just watch. Watch straight out into that yard. Look, you see it? Look. And it happens again. Look. Look. See? Man, I'm telling you right now. Ignore my dogs. But look, man, I think it's time to move.
Now, without much lighting, it might be hard to spot what exactly was being seen. But with a few edits, it becomes apparent that something has appeared. It was as if someone or something dressed in white was in the distance, not sure if she was just seeing things. Amanda shares this video online and immediately gets comments from those who say they to see the white figure. But of course, let me know what you think. Is a figure seen as many believe, or might there be some explanation for this mysterious incident? Like most clips, this one is yet to be solved. In the following video, a band is getting ready to play in front of an audience by giving a small speech about their music and how the band came to be.
Total que nos formamos para concursar y al final de cuentas ganamos y ya desde entonces nos pusimos a tocar.
It appears that this whole event is a goodbye party for the band, as this will be their last show ever. Now the start of this video seems completely normal. However, only minutes later, something happens that leaves everyone feeling very unsettled. What happens in the video is just downright creepy. Take a look.
Pero pues, cuando entraron a la universidad, pues ya se deshizo el grupo, se mantuvieron un tiempo, pero no se pudo después. Y ya, pues ahorita me llegaron con esto de que casi que la última tocada.
As the band plays a song, someone or something can be seen in the background. This mysterious figure appears out of nowhere, behind a TV, while seemingly watching the band play. Even stranger, that whatever this was doesn't appear to be on camera until much later in the video. It's as though they, or it was hiding from sight before somehow appearing out of thin air. But according to viewers, there is something else about this figure that is even creepier. If you look closely, you'll see that whatever this is hiding in a very tight space between the TV and the wall behind it. If this had been an actual person, then this must have been the slenderest individual ever seen, as otherwise they would not have been able to fit in space that small. To this day, it's still unknown as to what exactly was captured, but whether person or ghost, there's no doubting that whatever this was has got to be the stuff of nightmares. This next video was captured by a night shift security guard, monitoring the cameras inside a large factory. At first, everything appeared normal. Just a welder working alone deep in the building, but something about the footage felt off. As the guard zoomed in for a closer look, a growing sense of unease set in. Confused and unnerved, he called the welder over to review the video and explain what he was seeing. But the welder, just as puzzled, had no explanation. According to him, he had been alone that night, except for a brief visit from a colleague who supposedly had the day off. They'd exchanged a few words before parting ways. But after watching the footage, the welder was left speechless. He insisted he had no idea who or what was in the video. Whatever was caught on that surveillance feed that night, it wasn't supposed to be there. And for both the welder and the night guard, it was a moment they wouldn't forget. As it turns out, the welder who supposedly stopped by that night was never there at all. The man in the video swears he saw his co-worker in full uniform, ready to work. They even shook hands, exchanged a few words. It all felt completely real. But when they reviewed the footage, the other welder was nowhere to be seen. Strange, yes, but what came next made the situation far more disturbing. Later that day, the factory received devastating news. The co-worker who allegedly visited had passed away in his home. The exact cause of death remains unknown, but it occurred the very same day this incident took place. Was it a hallucination born from exhaustion, a glitch in the footage, or had the spirit of a friend come to say one final goodbye? There's no definitive answer, but for those involved, the encounter was chilling and unforgettable. In this short clip, a rancher is viewing footage from a CCTV camera when he notices something very peculiar. The rancher says he was woken up late at night after hearing a loud noise coming from one of the corrals. He promptly rushed over to see what had caused the noise and saw that the animal pen had been destroyed. Confused as to how this happened, he looked over at the footage from a security camera and was shocked by what he saw. His animals can be seen trampling over the fence as if running away from something. He then looks further back into the footage to see how this happened, but what he sees terrifies him. Take a look. A small shadow-like figure can be seen moving inside the pen, causing the animals to freak out. It seems, whatever this was unfamiliar to the livestock and thus causing them to panic. Now, where this video came from is unknown, but the footage itself is a mystery. What could possibly have frightened the animals so badly that they had to leave the pen in a panic frenzy? This video was recorded by a security camera inside an apartment complex. Not much is known about this video, except that it came from this residential building where the little girl and her family reside. The video starts off with footage of the young girl playing by a staircase. Below the stairs is what appears to be a small room. The little girl can be seen staring at something inside the room, but nothing noticeable can be seen on the footage, or at least that's what the child's parents initially thought. It was only after watching this video multiple times that the parents were left horrified. Something was actually captured inside this room. Take a look. It now becomes clear as to why the little girl seemed hesitant to go inside. A disembodied hand can be seen beckoning to the girl. It almost seems to come out of nowhere before disappearing into thin air. Even the cat, who later joins the girl, seems unsure about going inside. Whatever this might have been was concerning enough to make them reluctant about entering the space. This mysterious footage, like most videos, has yet to be solved. But until then, you be the judge on what was captured inside this room. Chucho Gutierrez, a night shift nurse at a hospital in Veracruz, Mexico, was filming a quiet moment during a routine break just after 3 a.m. As his colleagues relaxed, he casually recorded the scene, something he had done many times before. But this night was different. Unbeknownst to him, his camera would capture something in the background that left viewers deeply unsettled.
Mírala, jugando memes como siempre. Chica, no mames, no mames, mira esa madre.
As Chucho continues recording, a small figure suddenly appears in the hallway behind them. It resembles a child, slowly walking by, but something about the way it moves feels unnatural. Moments later, the figure returns, this time crawling on all fours. Strangely, no one in the room seems to notice, while some viewers chalk it up to a trick of the light or a fleeting shadow. Others believe it could be something far more chilling. Some suggest it may be the spirit of a former patient, a child who once stayed at the hospital but never truly left. In cases like this, many believe a spiritual cleansing can help guide lingering souls toward peace, releasing them from the places they continue to haunt. Whether this was a genuine paranormal encounter or something else entirely remains a mystery. But one thing is certain, for Chucho and those who witnessed it, that quiet hospital hallway will never feel the same again. That was unsettling, but the next one reaches an entirely different level of disturbing. This next video shows a woman who appears to be very sick. The person recording claims that she might be on her deathbed. If that's so, then this video just got a whole lot more interesting. A friend or relative is watching her on the monitor when they notice something odd about the footage. Upon looking closely, they see the following.
What the f is that? It's like something touching her. What the hell is that?
What looks to be an arm reaching out to the woman on her supposed deathbed can be seen on camera. It reaches out as though, whatever this is trying to comfort the sick woman. Some viewers have theorized that this might be the ghost of a loved one who is still looking after their partner from beyond the grave. Although pretty wholesome, it is solely a belief most viewers can't help but think this. But of course, what do you think? Had the ghost of a loved one paid a visit to this woman? Or is there a possible explanation for the ghostly arm? Feel free to let me know what you think below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the chills, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. But be careful, because sometimes the things we fear in stories have a way of finding us in real life. Sweet dreams, if you make it through the night.